During our planning conversation, we were able to talk about possible next steps. As she triangulated the data, looking at live data that she had collected while students were engaged in tasks, as well as formatives and summatives, she noticed that there was a small group of students that still needed to work on R21, with the objective really focusing the lens on the identification of text structures, which at third grade level is chronology, comparison, and cause and effect. She wanted me to model a small group lesson using the guided readers, emphasizing text structures. So here we go. Good morning, everyone. My name is Mrs. Teets, and I'm a friend of your teacher's. And she said that I could come and do a lesson with you today, and I'm so excited. So can you help me with this? Explain how text features contribute to meaning, and identify the text structures of chronology, comparison, and cause and effect in text. All right, so today, I know you've done a lot with text features, and we're going to use those text features to help us, but we're really going to focus the lens on those text structures. And just to see how much you recall about text structures, you have a sheet that looks just like this. All right, so your sheet looks just like this one, okay? And so what I want you to do is pick up your pencil. You're going to use your book to help you as you're writing. Your first job is to put your name at the top. Just put your first name and the initial of your last name. Everyone say table match.
Table match.
Table match. This is the type of question. I want to make sure that you feel comfortable with it. This is identify text structure. So it says identify the text structure of chronology, comparison, and cause and effect. Circle the correct response. So there are 3 types of text structure that you have been working on. So I'm going to say it, you say it. Chronology.
Chronology.
Comparison.
Comparison.
Cause effect.
Cause effect.
I'm going to read one of these at a time on your sheet. All right, so you're going to read this, and then you have to make a choice. You have to make a decision. You're going to say to yourself, after I read this, then you have to go across this way and say, is that chronology or is that comparison? Are they talking about a cause and effect text structure? And you're only going to circle one of these. It's either going to be for chronology, you would circle A. If you think it's comparison, you would circle B. And if you think it's cause and effect, you would circle C. Okay, pick up your pencil. I want you to make sure nobody can see your paper, and I want you to do your very best. Go to the first one, and you have to make your decision. Here we go. Go ahead. Let's look at the first one. I want you to read this chorally, which means we're going to read it together. 1, 2, ready, go.
Why something happened
and what happened as a result? I had something happen over here, and then what happened as a result? If you think it's chronology, put up 1 finger. If you think it's comparison, hold up 2. And if you think it's cause and effect, hold up 3. Okay? All right. So, the answer is cause and effect. 1, 2, ready, go. The arrangement of events or dates in the order of their occurrence. Everybody say it? Chronology. Last one, help me read it. Looking at things to determine how they are similar or different. Is that? Choose comparison. Everybody say comparison.
Comparison.
All right. So your teacher is so smart. She has what's called an anchor chart that helps you with the clues, so that when you're working on this and you're trying to decide which type of text structure, she has some signal words and some descriptions of what that means. So just to remind you, chronology would have words like before and after, first, next, then, last, on, earlier, eventually, now, soon, when. Or it might even have some dates, like I was born in 1964, way before you guys were born. The description of chronology is facts, events, or details in an order. So everybody goes like, this. It goes chronology goes in an order. Ready? Chronology goes in an order. Okay. Next we have, say, comparison.
Comparison.
All right, so are they alike? Also both, but, or are they different? However, contrast instead. The similarities and differences. So say, comparison.
Comparison.
Are they alike or are they different? And when you say alike, you shake your head. Are they alike? And then if they are different, you're going to like this. Or are they different? Cause and effect. As a result, or this caused this, or since this happened, then this happened. So with cause and effect, what you're actually describing what happened and the effect that it had. So if I was eating a banana, everybody pretend like you're peeling a banana, okay? And I drop it on the floor, all right? And then walking along, everybody pretend like you're walking along, take your hands like this. And now go like this, whoop, boom. Because I dropped the banana and the peel is slippery, it caused me to fall. Wheels to wings. And we had a picture on the front, all right? We've had a chance to talk about it. Was there any type of text feature that was on this page or this page that helped you learn information about the people that this story is all about? It says, Wheels to Wings, How Wilbur and Orville Wright Changed the Way We Move. Tell me one of the text features. Okay, go ahead. Okay, it has a caption, and then what else does it have on the same page? Yes. All right, I said it has a map. All right, so yesterday you learned the central idea, and that in this story it was talking all about transportation and how things have changed, and that these two gentlemen, Orville and Wilbur Wright, they invented something that helped change the way that we move. The first chapter, chapter 1, and what is the subheading you read? All right, let's all say it together. 1, 2, ready, go. The Young Inventors. Yeah. All right, so what's going to happen now is you have a purpose for reading. And later in your Padlet, you're going to have to really concentrate when you're reading because I am going to have you do this in your Padlet. But you don't need your Padlet on now. The question is going to be, and this is your purpose for reading, what text structure did the author use on pages 4 through 8 of chapter 1, The Young Inventors? How do you know? So what pages are you going to read? Tell me what numbers? 4 through 8. Show you something that I did with my students all the time. It's called whisper reading. Watch Miss Teets. Okay, everybody eyes this way. So it's my turn to start because my teacher pointed to me. So my teacher pointed to me and it was my turn and I go like this. So what am I doing? I am whispering. Yes, okay. So I'm going to have you stagger to begin. So as you're reading, what's your job? You want to know what the text structure is, okay? And then you got to figure out, how do I know that? Like, so some clues, all right? So here we go. I'm going to have you whisper read, and when you're whisper reading, I'm actually coming around and I'm going to do what's called running record. I'm going to listen to you read, and every time you say the word just perfectly as the author wrote it, I'm going to put a little check mark. So here we go. I'm going to tell you who is going to start. We're going to, so Araya, I want you to whisper read. Go ahead and start. Okay. Where did you start at the beginning? At this point, I've noticed that you have had a chance to read the majority of pages 4 through 8. So what I want you to do is I want you to face each other and hold your books in your lap. Okay? I want you two to face each other and hold your book in your lap so you can look at it. You two girls face each other and hold the book in your lap. What I want you to do now is the question that was posed is, what text structure did the author use on those pages? Now, here's what I want your discussion to be. I want you to look back into the text and see, do you think that the author used chronology? Or was the author comparing something? Or was there a cause and effect relationship? I want you to discuss that and just give your thoughts. So if you are the person with the longest hair, raise your hand right now. Tell what you think the text structure is and why, and then we're going to talk about it as a group. Okay, go. All the pages are they comparing the two letters, or just those? So look at all of it now. So it's very interesting. Your group thought it was what? Chronology. And why? Putting the events in order. What did your team say at first? Cause and effect. And then you guys said comparison. Turn to that page where it was. They looked at the page that looked like this, and they said, well, this is comparison on this page because they're comparing the two brothers and how they're the same and how they're different. So all of you had really good ideas, and you had really good justification. Here's what I'm going to tell you. When you're reading a question about what text structure is it, they want to know, if I gave you certain pages, they want for the whole thing on all those pages. So it would be for page 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Not just one page or one section, because the question is asking you about all those pages. These 3 choices. Get your Padlet out, and I want you to type your final answer about which one you think it is, whether it's chronology, comparison, or cause and effect, and why. So now I will be able to use the results of this formative in the Padlet to determine my next steps.